The email popped up on my screen like a grenade. Its subject line screaming betrayal. Project lead reassignment, urgent meeting tomorrow. My heart plummeted as I stared at the words. Knowing this could unravel everything I'd built with Jordan over the past 6 months, the late nights, the shared laughs, the electric glances that made my pulse race. But worst of all, it meant facing the truth I'd buried deep. I was in love with my straight colleague, and confessing it now could shatter our friendship forever. I slammed my laptop shut, the San Francisco fog pressing against my apartment window like a shroud. How had it come to this? It started innocently enough. Back in April, when our tech firm in the heart of Silicon Valley paired us for the Apex AI Projecta high-stakes initiative to develop an ethical AI for urban planning. I was Alex Thompson, 28, fresh off a string of failed startups, desperate to prove myself. Jordan Hayes, 30, was the golden boy, sharp, charismatic, with a resume that screamed success from MIT to Google. We were thrown together in a cramped conference room, whiteboards scrawled with algorithms and deadlines looming like storm clouds. From day one, Jordan's energy pulled me in. All right, Alex, let's make this AI not just smart, but humane, he said, clapping me on the shoulder with that easy grin. His touch lingered a second too long. Or maybe that was my imagination. We dove into the work, brainstorming over coffee runs to the corner cafe, where the barista knew our orders by heart. Black for him, latte for me. As weeks blurred into months, our conversations shifted from code to life. He opened up about his strained family back in Chicago, how his dad's expectations had pushed him into engineering instead of art. I shared my own scars coming out in college. The rejection from my conservative parents in Texas. The loneliness that followed. One evening, after pulling an all-nighter debugging a neural network glitch, we collapsed on the office couch. The city lights twinkled below, and Jordan turned to me, his dark eyes reflecting the glow. You know, Alex, you're the first person here who gets it, balancing innovation with heart. His words wrapped around me like a warm blanket, but they stirred something deeper. A flutter I tried to ignore. Was it just camaraderie? Or was I reading too much into his late texts? His invitations to weekend hikes in the Marin headlands. As the project ramped up, so did the pressure. Our boss, MS Rivera, demanded prototypes by June, and competitors were sniffing around our IP. Jordan and I became inseparable, our desks piled with takeout containers from Chinatown dives. He'd tease me about my messy hair. I'd rib him for his perfect spreadsheets. But beneath the banter, my feelings grew unchecked. I'd catch myself staring at the way his shirt hugged his shoulders, or how his laugh filled the room like sunlight. Nights alone in my Mission District studio, I'd replay our moments, questioning everything. Was he flirting? Or was I projecting my desires onto a straight guy who'd never seen me that way? Then came the team-building retreat in Napa Valley, a weekend of wine tastings and trust falls meant to bond us. On the first night, around a bonfire, Jordan confided more. My ex-girlfriend left because I couldn't commit, he said, poking the flames. Maybe I'm just wired wrong. My heart ached. I wanted to tell him he wasn't wrong, that perhaps his wiring matched mine. Instead, I nodded, swallowing my truth. We shared a cabin, and lying in the dark, hearing his steady breath, I felt a pull so strong it terrified me. What if pursuing this ruined our project? Our careers? Back in the office, the project hit a snag, ethical concerns over data privacy. Jordan advocated fiercely in meetings, his passion igniting the room. We can't build something that spies on people, he argued, slamming his fist on the table. I backed him up, our synergy turning heads. But privately, my turmoil peaked. during a lunch break in Golden Gate Park. As we picnicked under the eucalyptus trees, he asked why I'd been distant. Just stressed. I lied, avoiding his gaze. The truth clawed at me. I was falling. Hard. And the fall could break me. By midsummer, our prototype was ready for demo. The night before, Jordan suggested celebratory drinks at a Castro Barra vibrant spot pulsing with pride flags. Come on, Alex. Live a little, he urged. The crowd was electric. Rainbow lights dancing on faces. We toasted our success. But as the music thumped, a guy approached Jordan, flirting openly. Jealousy surged through me like fire. Jordan laughed it off, but his eyes met mine with a question I couldn't answer. Stumbling home, I realized I couldn't hide anymore. The project was our glue. What happened when it ended? The reassignment email changed everything. MS. Rivera called us and separately. Alex, you're moving to the new VR team, she said. Jordan's staying on Apex. Panic gripped me. This was my chance or my doom. I texted Jordan, meet me at the pier after work. He agreed. And as the sun dipped into the bay, I paced the Embarcadero, waves crashing like my thoughts. He arrived, concern etched on his face. What's up? Taking a breath, I spilled it. Jordan, working with you. It's been more than professional for me. I think I'm in love with you. Silence stretched, the fairy horns blaring in the distance. His expression shifted from shock to something softer. Alex. I don't know what to say. My world tilted, regret flooding in. Had I just destroyed us? But then he stepped closer. Wait. I felt it too. The way you challenge me. Make me laugh, it's different. I thought I was straight. But with you. He trailed off, his hand finding mine. The contact sent sparks through me. We stood there, the city's hum fading, as realization dawned. Our journey from colleagues to this moment wasn't just about code. It was about decoding our hearts. In the weeks that followed, we navigated the shift carefully. Jordan explored his feelings, attending a support group in the Castro, where stories of self-discovery echoed his own. I supported him. Our dates stolen in quiet cafes, walks along Ocean Beach where the surf drowned our doubts. The project thrived without me, but our bond grew stronger. Challenges arose as families' questions. Office gossip, but we faced them together. Proving love wasn't a bug to fix, but a feature to embrace. One crisp autumn evening, atop Twin Peaks with the city sprawling below, Jordan turned to me. Alex, you showed me who I am. Let's build our future, not just projects. As we kissed, the wind carrying our whispers, I knew we'd found something real. In a world of algorithms, our love was the ultimate code, unpredictable, profound, and utterly human. The reassignment had been a blessing in disguise, forcing us out of our professional shell. Jordan confided had questioned his sexuality for years, suppressed by societal expectations. You gave me the courage, he said, his voice thick with emotion. We attended Pride together, hands linked, the parade's energy mirroring our joy. But life wasn't all rainbows. A colleague outed us accidentally, sparking whispers. MS. Rivera called a meeting, her tone stern. Personal lives stay personal, but discrimination won't be tolerated. Her support bolstered us, turning potential crisis into solidarity. As winter approached, Jordan planned a trip to Chicago for the holidays to come out to his family. I joined him, nerves jangling like sleigh bells. His dad, a stoic engineer, listened in silence as Jordan spoke. Dad, I'm in love with Alex. Tension hung heavy, but then his mom hugged us both. We just want you happy. Acceptance wasn't instant, but it started a dialogue. Healing old wounds. Back in San Francisco, we moved in together. Our apartment overlooking the bay, a symbol of new beginnings. The Apex project launched successfully, crediting our early work. At the release party, Jordan pulled me aside. "This is our victory, yours and mine." His kiss sealed it, a promise amid the cheers. Reflecting on our path, from that first conference room to this, I marveled at love's unpredictability. It taught us vulnerability, resilience, and the beauty of authenticity. In America's diverse tapestry, our story was one thread, weaving hope for others. We weren't just colleagues anymore. We were partners, in code and in heart. Yet, doubts lingered in quieter moments. Jordan sometimes withdrew, wrestling with internalized norms. What if I'm not enough? Head whisper in the dark. I'd hold him, reminding him of our strength. Therapy helped. Sessions in a cozy Oakland office where we unpacked layers. Love isn't linear, our counselor said. It's a journey. We embraced that, planning adventurous a road trip down the Pacific Coast Highway, stopping at Big Sur to watch sunsets paint the sky. Professionally, I thrived on the VR team, innovating immersive worlds that promoted empathy. Jordan mentored new hires on Apex, his confidence soaring. We collaborated unofficially, our ideas sparking like fireworks. One night, over dinner at a mission taqueria, he proposed a joint venture, an AI app for LGBTQ+ youth, offering support and resources. "Let's give back," he said, eyes alight. Excitement bubbled. This was our legacy. But drama struck when an old flame of Jordan's resurfaced, a woman from his Google days. In town for a conference. She texted him, stirring old memories. Jealousy gnawed at me as they met for coffee. "Just closure," he assured. But I paced our apartment, fears amplifying. When he returned, face somber, he confessed, "She reminded me of who I was pretending to be. But with you, I'm real." Relief washed over me, strengthening our trust. Spring brought renewal. We volunteered at a shelter in the Tenderloin, helping queer kids find footing. One teen, Marco, shared his story of rejection, mirroring ours. Jordan mentored him, teaching coding as a lifeline. "You're not alone," he told Marco, echoing what we'd learned. Watching them, my heart swelled, our love rippled outward, fostering change. On our 1-year anniversary, we hiked to Land's End, the cliffs overlooking the Golden Gate Bridge. Jordan knelt, a simple ring in hand. "Alex, will you marry me?" Tears blurred the view as I said yes. The wind carried our laughter, a testament to perseverance. Our wedding was intimate, at a vineyard in Sonoma, surrounded by friends and family who'd grown to accept us. Vows exchanged under oak trees. We promised eternity, from colleagues to forever. Jordan whispered. In that moment, Kismet felt real. Years later, our app launched, impacting thousands. Marco, now a developer, joined our team. Life wasn't perfect, setbacks came, like funding cuts or personal slumps, but we faced them united. Our story, once a secret flame, became a beacon, proof that love, in all forms, conquers. In the end, falling for him wasn't a fall at all. It was a rise to heights of humanity and heart. The email that started it all now felt like ancient history, a catalyst for transformation. Jordan and I sat on our balcony, sipping wine as fog rolled in. "Remember that pier?" he asked, smirking. How could I forget? That confession birthed our world. But let's rewind to deepen the tale. When we first met, the office buzzed with startup energy ping-pong tables, bean bags, the scent of fresh brewed tech ambition. Jordan strode in, handshake firm, His cologne a subtle woodsy note that lingered. Excited to collaborate, he said, and I was hooked by his intellect, not yet knowing the depths. Early days were grind, flowcharts, data sets, ethical debates late into night. Wed argue passionate line pushing for inclusivity algorithms. Him for scalability. Balance is key. Head say, compromising with that disarming smile. Lunches evolve from awkward to animated. Sharing dreams over burritos. He wanted to travel. See Machu Picchu. I craved stability after nomadic years. Intimacy crept in subtly. A shared Uber after a team happy hour. His knee brushing mine. Sending jolts. You okay? He asked, noticing my flush. Yeah, just the beer. I lied. Home alone. ID journal. Dissecting every interaction. Was his lingering gaze mutual? Or friendly? The Napa retreat amplified it. Vineyard tours. Group games during a ropes course. He belayed me. His encouragement steady. You got this. Alex. Falling back into his arms for a trust fall. Time slowed. That night. Bonfire embers glowing. He shared childhood tales, bullying for being artsy. Suppressing it for approval. My heart broke. I wanted to protect him. Post-retreat. Work intensified. A data breach scare had us scrambling. Codes flying. Jordan stayed calm. His leadership inspiring. We're a team. He rallied. In gratitude, I baked cookies his favorite. Oatmeal raisin. His moan of delight. Pure torture. Feelings boiled over during Pride Month. The office hosted a panel. I spoke on queer representation in tech. Jordan attended, applauding loudest. After, he pulled me aside. That was brave. And proud. His hug lingered, warmth seeping through. But doubt plagued me. Rumors of his past dates with women circulated. He's straight. A co-worker said. Agony twisted. I distanced, burying in work. He noticed, confronting gently. Did I do something? Vulnerability shone in his eyes. No, just life. I evaded. The bar night in Castro was pivotal. Drag queens performed. Crowd cheering. Jordan danced awkwardly, pulling me in. Loosen up. Laughter flowed. But when that guy flirted, possessiveness hit. Later, walking home, he admitted, never been here before. It's eye-opening. Hope flickered. The reassignment crushed that. Separate paths loomed. My confession on the pier. Raw. Terrifying. His response initial shock. Then admission shifted paradigms. I've been confused. He confessed. You make sense of it. Dating began tentatively, movies in Hayes Valley. Picnics in Dolores Park. Kisses tentative at first. Then fervent. He explored identity. Reading books like The Velvet Rage. I patient. Understanding his pace. Family introductions were tense. My parents, via video, were wary but polite. His in Chicago. A powder keg. But love prevailed. Bridges built slowly. Cohabiting brought domestic bliss. Cooking fails. Lazy Sundays. Arguments arose over chores. Work stress but resolved with communication. We're in this. What a firm. The proposal at Land's End. Magical. Seals barking approval. Wedding planning, venue hunts. Cake tastings. Vows penned heartfelt. You decoded my soul. Post-wedding. Honeymoon in Hawaii beaches. Hikes. Reaffirming bonds. Back home. App development consumed us. For kids like us. Jordan said. Success came, downloads soared. Stories poured in. One user emailed. You saved me. Tears flowed. Impact real. Challenges persisted. A homophobic client pulled funding. We fought back, rallying community. Resilience forged stronger. Now, years on, gray hairs emerging. Love endures. Evening walks. Hands clasped. Reflecting. From project to partnership. I muse. He smiles. Best collaboration ever. Our tale. A testament. Love transcends labels. Heals wounds. Inspires change. In America's melting pot, we thrive. Hearts intertwined. The journey wasn't linear. Flashbacks reveal layers. Recall the first project milestone, demoing to execs. Nerves frayed. Jordan squeezed my hand under the table, platonic then, but electric. Success high-fived, but my pulse raced for him. Or the time we volunteered at SF Pride Prep. Painting banners. Paint splattered. Laughter ensued. You're a mess, he teased, wiping my cheek. Intimacy budding. Conflicts deepened drama. Once, post-confession, he panicked, ghosting for days. I agonized, thinking lost. He returned apologetic. Fear gripped me. Forgiveness mended. Professional jealousy flared when he got promoted. Why not me? I snapped. Honest talk resolved. Your time comes. It did. With my VR breakthrough. Intimate moments. First, I love you during a storm. Power out. Candles flickering. Vulnerability raw. Family holidays evolved. Joint Thanksgivings. Blending traditions. His dad's eventual pride. You two built something special. Community involvement grew. Speaking at conferences on queer tech leaders. Inspiring youth. Like Marco, who flourished. Personal growth. Jordan pursued art. Painting abstracts. I supported. Gallery shows attended. Balance achieved. As parents adopting twins, later love multiplied. Chaos joyful. Teaching empathy. Reflecting. That email was an end. Beginning. Kismet in code. Hearts aligned. In essence, our story echoes humanity's core. Seek connection. Embrace truth. Love fiercely. From colleagues to soulmates. We embody possibility. But to truly grasp, let's delve into pivotal turns. The data breach crisis. Hackers targeted our servers. Chaos ensuing. Jordan and I worked 48 hours straight. Coffee-fueled. In exhaustion. He leaned on me. Couldn't do this without you. Bond solidified. Post-breach. Celebration dinner at a waterfront spot. Wine loosened tongues. He admitted admiration. You're brilliant. Alex. Blush hidden in dim light. Then, the outing incident. Co-worker gossiped. HR involved. We stood firm. Policy changes advocated. Empowerment surged. Jordan's coming out journey. Therapy sessions tearful. Breakthroughs cathartic. I held space. Love unwavering. Our app brainstorm. Late night whiteboarding. Ideas flowing. Launch day. Nervous hugs. Cheers resounding. Wedding day jitters. Vows rehearsed. Rings exchanged. Dance floor twirls. Joy uncontained. Honeymoon adventures. Snorkeling. Sunsets. Reconnecting deeply. Adoption process. Paperwork mountains. Home visits. Twins arrival. Life transformed. Sleepless but blissful. Daily life. School runs. Date nights. Arguments rare. Resolved lovingly. Legacy. Mentoring programs established. Impacting generations. In retrospect, falling was flying. Our narrative, resilience. Romance. Redemption. The end. Not really. Love evolves eternally. Yet, one more layer. The pure confession revisited. Waves crashing. Hearts pounding. His hand in mine. World shifting. Let's try? He said. Adventure began. Early dates, awkward. Endearing. First kiss under stars. Fireworks internal. Overcoming biases, internal. Societal. Pride marches attended. Flags waved. Professional synergies, joint patents filed. Innovations lauded. Personal milestones, anniversaries celebrated. Surprises planned. Community heroes, awards received. Humbly accepted. Family expansions, pets added. Home lively. Aging gracefully, wrinkles earned. Love deepened. Message clear, authenticity wins. Our story inspires, dare to fall. Rise together. Finally, gratitude abounds. For that project, that email, that love. Human spirit triumphs. The end.